Green Space Dwarfs Attack Farm. It was summer 1955, in a little place called Kelly, Kentucky. On that night the Sutton family got an unexpected visit from space invaders. The family described these invaders as little green men with saucer eyes. The family was immediately upset by these strange visitors and decided to defend themselves. Sutton, his immediate family, and several other relatives stayed up all night battling the green men, which were 3 feet tall. The family said that the little men glowed with an inner illumination and were all over the farm. There was so much light all over the place that the only way they could spot one is if it stepped into the darkness. The next day, people from town heard the news and trampled their way to the farm. Police came but could find no evidence of space visitors. Rumors had it that there were men described of short stature with swarthy complexions, as if they were deeply tanned. They are also described as just normal people with dark suits and any colored skin. Some reported them as gypsies. Sunglasses and black suits. There were a number of out-of-town black cars had been spotted before and after the Sutton invasion. Locals believe there is something hidden on the Sutton farm, others claim there have been strange lights and sound over the farm at night to this very day. More background on the case. On the evening of Sunday, August 21, 1955, present at the Sutton farmhouse at Kelly were 11 people: widowed family matriarch Glennie Langford, her children, Lonnie, Charlton, and Mary, 2 sons from her previous marriage, Elmer Lucky Sutton and John Charlie J. C. Sutton, and their respective wives, Vera and Aileen, Aileen's brother, O.P. Baker, and a Pennsylvania couple, Billy Ray Taylor and June Taylor. The Taylors, along with Lucky and Vera Sutton, had been visiting for a while, being occasional carnival workers. Not all of the 11 were eyewitnesses to the most significant events. One of the women, apparently June Taylor, had been too frightened to look, and Lonnie Langford said that, during the fracas, his mother had hidden him and his brother and sister under a bed. About 7 o'clock, Billy Ray Taylor was drawing water from the well when he saw a bright light streak across the sky and disappear beyond a tree line some distance from the house. According to researcher Isabel Davis, who investigated the case in 1956, Billy Ray Taylor was different from the other eyewitnesses. For some reason he had looked at the creatures with extravagant success. He was the only member of the group who appeared to arouse immediate doubt in everyone who talked to him. Even among the family he had a low standing. When he first came into the house and reported a spaceship, they paid him no attention. Later, during the investigations, he basked in the limelight of publicity. He elaborated and embroidered his description of the creatures, though not his description of the spaceship, and eventually produced the most imaginative and least credible of the Little Men sketches. Several skeptics who labeled the story a hoax referred to him as the probable originator. His behavior was in sharp contrast to that of the other witnesses, none of whom aroused such prompt suspicion in the investigators. About an hour after Taylor reported his flying saucer sighting, a barking dog attracted him and Lucky Sutton outside. Spotting a creature, they darted into the house for a .22 rifle and shotgun, thus beginning a series of encounters that spanned the next 3 hours. Sometimes, the men fired at a scary face that appeared at a window. Sometimes, they went outside, whereupon, on one occasion, Taylor's hair was grabbed by a huge, claw-like hand. Once, the pair shot at a little creature that was on the roof and at another in a nearby tree that then floated to the ground. Either the creatures were impervious to gun blasts or the men's aim was poor, since no creature was killed. After a lull in the battle, everyone piled into their cars and drove 8 miles south to Hopkinsville's police headquarters. Soon, more than a dozen officers from city, county, and state law enforcement agencies had converged on the site. Their search yielded nothing, apart from a hole in a window screen. There were no tracks of little men, nor was there any mark indicating anything had landed at the described spot behind the house. By the following day, reportedly, the U.S. Air Force was involved but ultimately listed the case as unidentified. We're not sure what happened here or if anything did. But one wonders if this was a hoax, then why was the U.S. Air Force involved? Stay paranoid, my friends.